In this video, we will discuss radio interface protocols. As in other communication standards, the LTE radio interface is designed based on the layered protocol stack, which can be divided into control plane and user plane protocol stacks, and it is shown in the next slide. The packet flow in the user plane it is also shown in the next slide. The LTE radio interface protocol is composed of following layers. First one is radio resource control RRC. The RRC layer performs the control plane functions including paging, maintenance and release of an RRC connection, security handling, mobility management and quality of service management. Everything that is initially while switching on your mobile, then it has to search the network to which it has to register. So that is also that function is also handled by radio resource control layer, that is RRC layer. And other the handover or any things, if you want to connect if you want to call to some person, then everything that connection establishment will be handled by RRC layer. Next one is packet data convergence protocol, that is PDCP. The main functions of PDCP sublayer include Internet Protocol packet header compression and decompression based on robust header compression ROHC protocol, ciphering of data and signaling, and integrity protection for signaling. So all this operation is managed by PDCP. The transmission of data through the layers and security related informations and the ciphering of data and signaling, everything is managed by PDCP protocol. And there is only one PDCP entity at the evolved node B and the UE. Next one is radio link control RLC layer. The main functions of the RLC sublayer are segmentation and concatenation of data units. It has to, while transmitting signals or data, it has to segments and it has to separate the data. It has to split the data and it has to send for the security related entities, and concatenation also it has to do. Error correction through the automatic repeat request, in the sense where if there is error in the transmission, then based on the ARQ automatic repeat request protocol, it will get the acknowledgement, then again it has to send the same data. So that is also managed by radio link control, and in sequence delivery of packets in the higher layers, so that is also managed by RLC layer. There are three things: the transparent mode, the unacknowledged mode, and the acknowledged mode in the RLC layer. In the transparent mode, the TM mode is the simplest one without RLC header addition, data segmentation or concatenation. It is used for specific purposes such as random access. So here concatenation or segmentation is not required, and directly our packet RLC header is also not required, so it will send the data in transparent mode. The unacknowledged mode, here it will allow the detection of packet loss and provides packet reordering and reassembly, but it does not require retransmission of missing protocol data units. So that is in unacknowledged mode. So here it will detect the packet loss and it will provide the packet reordering and reassembly, but it won't retransmit. In the acknowledged mode, it is most complex one, and it is configured to request retransmission of the missing PD used in addition to the features supported by the mode. So here missing data should be retransmitted. So this is the LTE radio interface protocol stack. Lower layer is physical layer, MAC layer, RLC, PDCP and RRC layer. Their user plane, control plane is separated. So next one is here, this diagram shows the packet flow in the user plane actually. From the PDCP, RLC, MAC layer or physical layer, from the upper layer how it is going to transmit. The packet, IP packet, so from the PDCP header will be included, it is transmitted, and that is now the data is called as PDCP PDU. Then it is transmitted again. For that RLC layer header will be included again, so RLC PDU. Then in the MAC layer again MAC header will be included, then it is transmitted to the transport block. There is only one RLC entity in the Node Bay and UE per bearer. We discussed that one. And next one is a medium access control, that's MAC layer. The main functions of the MAC sublayer include error correction through the hybrid ARQ HARQ mechanism, mapping between logical channels and transport channels, multiplexing or demultiplexing of RLC PDUs onto transport blocks, priority handling between logical channels of one QE, and priority handling between UEs by means of dynamic scheduling. These are all the features of medium access control MAC layer. So one is error correction through hybrid ARQ. That is, if there is an error, then it has to transmit. And mapping between logical channels and transport channels. So that is a very important. There will be a channel mapping between logical and transport channels. There is a difference between logical channels and transport channels. And multiplexing and demultiplexing of RLC PDUs. So it has to multiplex the data while transmitting at the reception side, at the receiving side. It has to demultiplex accordingly, and it has to send it to transport blocks. And priority handling between logical channels of one UE. That is also very important. The MAC layer sublayer is also responsible for transport format selection of scheduled UEs. It will select the formats to transmit the data, and which includes selection of modulation format, code rate, MIMO rank and power levels. There is only one MAC entity at the evolved node B and one MAC entity at the UE. So there is only one MAC entity at the uh, base station side, evolved node B side, and at the our UE side, or at the mobile phone. Next one, physical layer. The main function of physical layer is the actual transmission and the reception of data in forms of transport blocks. So actual transmission and reception of the data is done by physical layer from the other base stations. The physical layer is also responsible for various control mechanisms such as signaling the hybrid ARQ feedback, signaling of scheduled allocations, and channel measurements. So in the next slide, we'll discuss channel structure of LTE.